We'll go at the normal start time of 10 minutes to 11 o'clock, and it is full of pace, being a 1,000 metre race for the Class 3 gallopers. Special Aim comes back to his favourite trip. California Deeply carries an extra £7 for his win on the 14th of December. Gorgeous Vitality is second up. Pretty Queen Prawn, second time in Class 3. High Rise Soldier back in trip from the 1,200 to the 1,000. Life is Good wears a tongue tie. Smoky Bear comes back in trip, as does Island Golden from the 1,400 to the 1,000 for his first look at Happy Valley. A lot of speed here, Tom. Noted leaders in the race, including Super Axiom, but he does have a wide draw.
Yeah, well, he's a one-trick pony, isn't he? Super Axiom for Jack Wong and Meet Sure. He's drawn barrier number 11, so he's going to have to fire across them here. Smoky Bear, Pretty Queen Prawn, normally handy. Paul, not ideal for Harmony and Blessed out of barrier number 12, and then you've also got Special M, and Island Golden has gone forward in the past also. Pace predicted to be good to fast here.
Yeah, I reckon it will be. Island Golden, he's a query because he has got pace, but he's very, very wayward, and he's drawn a little bit wide. So with all that pace underneath him, I'm just not sure where he's going to end up. I think he might try and have to take a sit.
All right, he's, as Paul said, very wayward horses we saw on debut. We'll have to find out how he handles Happy Valley. One horse that does handle Happy Valley is Gorgeous Vitality. Here is Nick with Zach Purton.
Zach, Gorgeous Vitality is your ride in the final race on Wednesday night. Second up this time in, and he didn't go badly last time, even though he was caught a little bit wide.
I thought it was a bit disappointing first up, to be honest. I expected a little bit more, but you know, he hadn't raced for a small period of time, and he had the surgery to his knee in the off season. But the thing that worries me is he trialled again since then, and he didn't finish the trial off again. So whether he's just not comfortable at the moment, not fit, or he's not the form that he was, obviously, we're going to find out.
You take on the two that finished ahead of you once again in the shape of California Deeply and Pretty Queen Prawn. I guess at the revised weights, that certainly does bring him that little bit closer, perhaps.
Certainly does, but California Deeply has drawn a good gate and gave us a bit of a hiding in that race and in the trial, so he's going to be hard to beat.
And given that he obviously did cover a bit of ground his last couple, he's got a much better gate this time, so that certainly helps.
It will help, sure. You know, it's just a matter of whether he's in the right form or not. So.
All right, so that is Zach talking about Gorgeous Vitality. We go to California Deeply here. Tom, there he is hidden away through on the inside. He is a very good horse in the making. He's shown that already. Special M in this race too. Gorgeous Vitality is wider out, and Magic Tornado is actually eligible for the class drop.
It was a nice effort, this one from California Deeply, a 3-year-old by Deep Field, and really rallied strongly on the inside to their cutback to that inside rail, and in the end it was quite easy, Paul. A length and a quarter over Special M. He's come out and won a trial very impressively since as well by over 3 lengths.
Yeah, all three of those go in actually in that race. I thought California Deeply, he's got this really good turn of foot, and he's still a really young horse as well. As you say, he's only a 3-year-old. He's only had the 3 starts here in Hong Kong. He's won 2 of them, most impressively as well. So, look, I think he can go on with it.
That is California Deeply, very well tipped by both Paul and Tom for race number 8. Our next replay, Tom, we jump the border up to Chung Fa, and this is Pretty Queen Prawn. Now, he does have a wide draw again, which has been a problem for him at stages throughout his career. He was good enough, though, to run second from barrier 9 last time.
He was, and that was back at the end of November, so he's had a little freshen up since then, and that was his first go last time out in Class 3, so I think that sort of bodes well for him, Paul, that he's up to this sort of level. Douglas White's done a good job with him.
He definitely has, and look, it was up for rating of 62. They put him up 3 for that, so he's up to this rating of 65 as well. But it shows that he is capable here in Class 3. Just 9, a little bit tricky for him, but I think he can get across.
It's the same gate that he had when that second race behind California Deeply. Down the straight we go here, Paul, at the trial. Super Axiom, that is him in the lead. What have you made of Harmony and Blessed? 4 trials. He normally does race well fresh, and just on this trial, it's a perfect distance for Super Axiom. It's 800 metres.
Yeah, yes. He wished there was races for him over that distance. Look, Super Axiom is capable as well. He's run second off 63, and he's on a rating of 64, so he's been there, done that. We just know he's a little bit iffy in the last 50 metres. Look, chasing him there was Harmony and Blessed. Just worried about the draw for him.
Yeah, I'm worried about the draw as well, but I'm also worried it's going to be a cold night tomorrow night at Happy Valley, and he's a bleeder. It turned quite cold in the afternoon at Sharton, and there were a number of bleeders through that program, so he's obviously had internal issues in the past. Has been good first up in the past as well, Mark, but those internal issues on a cold night worry me.
Yeah, fair call too, with an apprentice riding him in that trial that morning too, so if you didn't recognise the cap. Here is Island Golden, Tom. Now, he's got an engine, but one of his biggest dangers is inside his head.
Yeah, he does a lot of things wrong, this horse. He's obviously still very immature, a 3-year-old by time testing. To be going okay with the bungee on there in the track work, Paul, but I'm not overly enthused about any of those Class 4 restricted race form because they haven't exactly worked out well.
No, they haven't at all, and he's come into Happy Valley for the first time, and for a wayward horse, it just worries me a bit.
And back to 1,000 metres, he's untried over the trip.
Yeah, it might suit him because he did. I think he is all about pace, but there's a lot of pace underneath him as well.
He's only had the one trial before his race day debut, so he's had one trial and 3 starts since he began his career here in Hong Kong. Good race.
Yeah, really good race to finish, but I thought California Deeply, the 3-year-old, can go on with it and win again. Gorgeous Vitality, she'll get a nice run from an inside draw. Pretty Queen Prawn and Super Axiom, so 2-4-5-7.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really tough to beat California Deeply in the last. And if he was to go off at, 3.5 at the moment, if there was some roll-up money for other trainers and jockeys through the night, 3.5 would be a great price. But whether that holds up, California Deeply, Gorgeous Vitality, Pretty Queen Prawn and Special M's hard to leave out at this sort of level. A 2-time course and distance winner, all of his wins in this grade, and he wasn't far away behind Metro Warrior, 2, 4, 5 and 1.
It's a pretty popular top 3, numbers 2, 4 and 5 for race number 8.